Understanding law firm valuation methods is important for determining a law firm's worth. These methods involve using similar approaches as other businesses, such as the asset-based valuation method, but are nuanced due to the specific characteristics of law firms. 50 years ago, the question of the firm's worth didn't cross the minds of many attorneys. They started a practice, milked it for all it was worth, and then shut it down when they retired. The other option was to buy into a partnership, milk it for all it was worth, and then hope to get their original investment out by selling it to a younger attorney when they retired. Times change, and so do attitudes about law firms. Attorneys are beginning to see their firms not as practices, but as the businesses they are. Businesses can be bought and sold. Businesses have value that can be built over time and then harvested at the end of a career. And that brings us to the original question, what is my firm worth? So what is law firm valuation? Simply put, law firm valuation is the calculation of the value of a law firm. It's used for many business purposes, including mergers, acquisitions, sales, and succession planning. By looking at the firm's financials, client base, market position, and other relevant factors, law firm owners can get a clear picture of what their firm is worth. This is important for making decisions about the future of their business, whether they are selling, merging, or just want to make sure their firm is on track for growth and sustainability. For most law firm sales, two variables play a key part when determining a sale price: a number and a multiple. For law firms, the number is seller's discretionary earnings, or SDE. Multiple is determined by how dependent the firm is on its owner, or dependency. The value of a law firm is usually between 2.5x and 4x of the SDE. The higher the SDE and the lower the dependency, the higher the firm's value. Do other factors go into the selling price? Of course. For instance, a firm's assets play a crucial role in asset-based valuation methods, contributing to the overall net value of the firm. But SDE and dependency are the two biggest factors. So let's take a closer look at that number, or seller's discretionary earnings. SDE is the total benefit you, as an owner, derive from your firm. If somebody is buying a company, here's the most important thing they want to know. How much money does the current owner get out of this business? They do this to make sure they can cover any loan they need to fund the purchase and make sure they still have enough left over to live on for this to be a profitable decision for them. SDE is also a reflection of the firm's financial health, which is crucial for potential buyers. A strong financial health indicates stability and growth, making the business a more attractive investment. SDE comes from a few different places. Some are obvious and some less so. Before you sell, you will want to normalize your earnings. This means nothing more than pulling all the components of SDE together in one place where they can easily be seen. These include the firm's net income or profit, your salary, any monthly benefits such as retirement and insurance, and your discretionary expenses. Since a law firm sells as a multiple of SDE, it is in your interest to find every personal penny you might have buried in your P&L so you can use it to increase the value of your firm. Next, let's look at the multiple, your firm's dependency. If you are house hunting and fall in love with a fixer-upper, you know it will take a lot of work, and that is reflected in your offer. A law firm that requires a lot of effort from the current owner is like a fixer-upper house. It is going to take a lot of work before it is operating smoothly at maximum capacity, so a buyer will want to see that reflected in the price. This means the multiple will be on the lower end of the scale. A firm's financial well-being directly impacts its dependency and attractiveness to potential buyers, as steady cash flows and earnings make it more appealing in the marketplace. So how can you boost the multiple? Let's look at 6 different parts of your firm that may be candidates for improvement. Improving these aspects can positively impact the firm's future cash flows and overall valuation by enhancing financial projections and growth potential. First, let's look at your marketing. Is the firm's brand all you? It's hard to sell yourself and your name. Are you the only one generating new clients? Lower the multiple. Second, how about your sales? Are you doing the selling, or maybe one of your attorneys? If your attorneys are selling, move up the scale slightly. If you have professional salespeople, that really gives you a positive bump, and you can raise the multiple. Third, your operations. Do your employees understand their role in the firm and own their responsibilities? Are they accountable to themselves, their teammates, and boss? Do they have documented procedures for delivering on their responsibilities without the owner's day-to-day involvement? If your answer is a wholehearted yes, raise that multiple. Next up, your people. Do you have a lot of turnover? Are you reinventing the wheel every time you hire someone? On a new employee's first day, are you scrambling trying to get ready for them and figure out what they need to learn to do their job? Do you think spending time and money on things like core values and building an intentional culture is silly? The more yes responses you have, the lower you need to push that multiple. Fifth, production. This is about understanding capacity, setting and tracking billing goals, holding the team accountable for meeting those goals, and creating efficient working groups. The more you have this dialed in, the higher the multiple. And finally, your technology. Technology doesn't usually drive the multiple down much, but it can push it up. Why? Because it is how you prove you have all the other things. Your technology, the practice management and knowledge management systems you use, for example, houses the data that confirms your firm can do what you say it does. And proof means more money. Now, let's look at 3 key factors you should be focusing on to increase your firm's value. Let's start with financial performance and profitability. A law firm's financial performance and profitability are key to its value. Firms with a good financial history, high revenue growth, and strong profitability are more valuable. Financial metrics such as revenue streams, expense management, and cash flow are the key indicators of a firm's financial health. A well-managed financial performance not only increases the firm's current value, but also makes it more attractive to buyers or investors. Next, keep in mind that practice area specialization and expertise can also impact law firm value. Firms that have a strong reputation and proven expertise in high-demand areas such as intellectual property or corporate law are more valuable. This is because specialized firms charge higher fees and attract more high-end clients. A proven track record of success in those areas makes the firm more attractive to buyers or investors looking for established expertise. And finally, the client base and revenue streams of a law firm are key to its value. A firm with a broad and loyal client base and a strong reputation for delivering top-quality legal services is more valuable. Firms that generate revenue from multiple sources such as litigation, transactional work, and alternative fee arrangements show financial stability and resilience. Having multiple revenue streams makes the firm more attractive to buyers or investors as it reduces the risk of revenue volatility. Knowing these things during the valuation process helps law firm owners to increase their firm's value over time and be successful in the long term.